The following program contains scenes that may be upsetting for some viewers.
The Ghost Trail, for me, was about more than just another television program.
He's angry, he's wanting to throw things around. I need crew to move back, please, while I release him out.
Okay.
Please. Crew, move all the way back. He's trying to take over my body. Just move all the way.
We took it into season 1. We brought in a medium and it had to feel right. We spoke to quite a few people and we settled on Sam because we felt that it was just right.
It's fragmentation, so souls that I need to take up to the light today, they're fragmented. If you imagine some of them have just been shot, or there's that type of energy here. And this just claustrophobic fear. Claustrophobic fear is the main thing I get. I'm getting this type of sensation. Not many children, but a couple of children may have been brought here as well, but not as profound as the other hospital. Very heavy, very heavy, very heavy.
And sometimes you don't have answers to the questions of why you made this choice or why you made that one. Sam came along and she's been with us since the very beginning. Some people like the answers that she gives. Some people don't. But at the end of the day, this is all about belief.
There's lots and lots of children with this childlike energy, and I'm having to instantly let them know not to fear anything. Okay. Intuitively guided to go up and to the right. There's something going on here, but I'll go to that in a moment. Lots of death, not enough resources. But again, I just get a really big loss. Childbirth and lots of loss as my stomach's contracting. Huge sense of children, just feel and see just lots of cots and lots of children and lots of babies, and it's really quite upsetting as a tune into the emotion. A sense of euthanasia type of thing is what I'm getting coming through. A sense of quick way out for some of these souls. Very much a quick way out. Yeah, my first experience of Gibraltar, even though I've lived here on the coast 4 years, it's just not been my intent to come over. And as soon as I hit the rock, as it was, or hit the land, I could feel the energy was different. I knew there were a lot of what I call earthbound souls, and I think it's important for me to explain. When we talk about souls being earthbound, it's spirit. Some people call them ghosts, some people call them just the paranormal, but these are souls that have decided to stay on the earth for whatever reason they've chosen to do.
My name is Michael Scott, and I'm the skeptic. If I could advance a philosophy, it would be skepticism, and it's just that it's not really a very complicated concept. It's just that that every single claim you're skeptical about it. So you start off from the position, well, I need to see the evidence.
Hi, my name is Kieran Possum. I'm a believer. I'm part of the Gibraltar Paranormal Society. This is all about being open-minded. It's not about convincing anybody. It's not about showing what's real and what's not real. It's just being about open-minded to see if there is anything out there, to see if anything which may or may not happen may influence your thinking.
We asked you to look into some of the sites that we're going to be visiting and to see what you can find. And one of the famous cases that you've uncovered is this gentleman who was hanged at the prison. What can you tell us? Can you tell us about it?
That's right. Towards the end of 1930, November 1930, in fact, this is what this particular newspaper, Gibraltar Chronicle article refers to. A woman, Maria Luisa Lozano, was found dead in her flat on Market Lane. And she had been murdered, as it eventually transpired. The man arrested, subsequently convicted of the murder, was Ernesto Opiso.
And if you go into one of the patios where they used to have the scaffold, you will see plaques in the wall with the names of those who were hanged, who are buried in the walls.
But we know that, for example, that these plaques here, these name plaques, are where the people were buried. Right. Their bones are in those walls. Okay. The following year, season 2 of the Ghost Trail was different. We started to come up with pseudo-scientific analysis. Something different.
Is there somebody else here?
My first paranormal experience would have to be when I used to live in Gavino's dwelling by Prince Edward's Road. Children, they sometimes tend to exaggerate things, and they tend to be, on the other hand, quite receptive to certain things as well. I'm not sure which one I was, but that house has left quite an impression on me for various reasons. Namely, I've been pulled out of bed, I've been thrown down a set of small stairs that we used to have, and at one point my parents decided it was a fantastic idea to surprise me with a ghost Halloween toy and hanging off the ceiling in my living room, in my bedroom when it was dark. And it sort of was motion activated, so it moved and scared me to death. But they didn't know what was going on with me in that house. And I have a feeling that something might have been attached to me while I was quite young. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it was to do with that house.
We have to focus the program on a different footing, at a different level. We brought Lee Dignam and Brian Holloway on board.
Well, I've always been interested in the paranormal from being a very small boy. Actually, the very first memory I have is being dragged out of a house by my father with my brother in tow because he saw someone walk through a wall, and I was very young, and that just always stayed with me, and I've just carried it on from there. Well, Gibraltar has such an amazing history, and it's all condensed into such a small space, and in the UK you just don't have that. It's totally different. So again, having all of that history in such a small area and doing what we do, I'm hoping we get some fantastic results.
2 paranormal investigators who want to find answers to questions in a very different way, using technology, using science.
It's very important to have an actual laser thermometer, because when in an investigation you get, obviously people report cold spots, and if you're using a normal standard thermometer, obviously your presence near that thermometer can alter the environment itself, so you get false readings. With a laser thermometer you can actually take a reading across an entire room, a very accurate reading, and you can pinpoint it. So if anyone's feeling a cold spot actually on the body, any part of the body, you can just use this.
When you hear a voice coming out of a machine that humans have built, and that voice is answering a question directly, it puts doubt into your mind as to whether that question was put there by the person who built that machine, because they couldn't have known. And we got that in season 2.
Ever since I saw the first ghost trail and I saw that Gibraltar was taking part and actually opening up to something like this, I thought it would be brilliant to actually try and get in there myself and get my own evidence, because you hear people all the time saying, well, I've had this experience and that experience, but unless you feel it for yourself, you'd never truly know, really.